Yeah, much easier.
But you also had to deal with your Dragoons never going in the direction you wanted them.
That's true. If you're going over a bridge, good luck. Good luck. Well, the band's coming in. Azir and Kalista banned out. Then we have the Rise band, I guess. All right.
So same bands. Actually, yeah, same bands so far for Najin. Every single game this series, they will be on the blue side for the second game in a row. So Kalista, Evelynn, and Sivir were the bans on red side from IM. It will be the Evelynn again.
Okay.
And then the Gnar. So I guess Najin said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I agree. Why not? You know, Expression with a bit of an opportunity to get revenge on his former team in this match, too. We haven't mentioned that before.
Expression's revenge.
Revenge Special. No. Expenge.
Expenge is a lot like expunge.
Expunge.
Which is no longer a Twitch ability, but I always call it that anyway.
Oh, it's true.
So Sivir's up.
Annie
not even taken in the draft in the last game. They preferred that. Ken and Vic, now they're going to take the Alistar away. So changing up the strategy just a little bit. Gragas is free, but Najin decides that it's just not worth it to give Ignar the Alistar, and he did get the MVP in game 1 on that champion, so I think that might be smart. Tuzin will definitely take the Gragas here. Now, what else they take, the Corki or the Sivir?
Sivir it will be. Do you think this opens up more aggressive laning from Najin?
Possibly. There's no reason why they can't just go for the Lucian and Lucian and Alistar here. You're still going to have a powerful lane combination against the Sivir. Should you want to go for it?
True.
And after OQ's performance, you got to like what he did, so just take it. Just go for it.
Just do it. And watch on Rek'Sai would be pretty normal. He's played a lot of Lee Sin this tournament as well, too, but with Eve on the ban side, probably want to go for the Rek'Sai.
He doesn't play Lee Sin when Rek'Sai's available. That's the thing. Lee Sin is like his fourth jungler, fourth jungler really down the list.
It's surprising how often he's had to do it this season, though.
Okay, Duke on Maokai, so Expression, it's your time to shine. Can you play Fizz? Ooh, Braum. Braum possibly from Ignar. There aren't really any obvious projectiles to block yet, but we've seen more commonly that when the Ezreal is up, a team will just take the Braum, and then so the other team can't have it, although the support here already picked, but in general, sometimes we see the Braum taken early in preparation for an Ezreal grab later in the draft, which is, of course, because of that, Unbreakable can stop a lot of the damage. Okay.
Could be.
I don't really like the Janna. The Nautilus is going to be better in a bully lane just because he has so much inherent tankiness and a flex pick, too, considering they haven't showed their top lane at this stage, and they could just go for Nautilus versus Maokai tank wars.
Victor.
Yeah, taking the Victor, I think, is important.
All right, and Nautilus will be locked in for Ignar as well, too. So the final 2 picks over to Najin. And what are they going to go with? Yeah, I think Lucian's a good way to go for OQ. And TF, why not? You know, like you said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And if they lock these in, it'll be a very similar composition to what we saw last game.
Well, the Maokai gives you such a good setup for TF. On the ganks, of course, Maokai. Rek'Sai also with a high amount of synergy, but the bottom lane is going to be much more difficult to kill. You have the spell shield, you have the very tanky Nautilus with all that crowd control, so it should be less of a big deal for IM if they end up in the 2v2 in this particular game. Still not the easiest lane to deal with, but not anywhere near as dominating as they had to face in the last match.
And they'll just go ahead and lock those in. TF and Lucian, yeah. I like this. Well, Yorick would be a bit of a shock. Shyvana, though.
Yeah, Shyvana, an interesting champion that still pops up every now and again as a pocket pick. But Shyvana without that, I mean, with the nerfs to the challenging smite, not as popular any longer. Still great for the split pushing, and Expression was always a monster on Shyvana. It was one of his best champions when he was a professional player more than a year ago.
Well, so far, really, Shy the only one to have good Shyvana games, and that was with the top Smite meta, so we'll see if Expression can change things up a little bit here.
Duke did well individually when it came to choosing when to proxy farm, and that's the thing about Duke, is he really gets the most out of his laning phase, so it will be Shyvana. This is actually really exciting. I'm happy we get to see Expression on the Shyvana again. He is going to be running Flash, so no Smite Shyvana shenanigans. I think those days are probably behind us. But he does have a lot of threat onto that backline, and Lucian may have some issues actually taking out the Shyvana. All those extra stats she gets in the dragon form, so pretty nice composition here, especially since Shyvana will have a Sivir buff too, a Sivir ult buff for the movement speed.
Oki's still on a mobile AD carry. I feel like Goong is the one that's really going to need to be worried this game.
Yeah, he's probably going to be going into the backline onto Victor, though, so I'm not sure how much he has to be concerned about the Shyvana. So Frozen on Victor in this game. They take it early, but Najin showing some differences in their draft, actually preferring that TF, where previously, I think in previous weeks, they would have just straight up blind picked the Victor no matter what.
Yeah. Well, again, a must-win situation for Najin. If they go down to IM, it's going to be nearly impossible for them to get back into playoff contention here. So IM with a real chance to play spoiler and at least take down probably the biggest team they've taken down, certainly the biggest team they've taken down all season. See if they can do it. Time to get into game number 3. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Incredible Miracle. Taking on Najin Empire, of course, in our 3rd game, in our 2nd best of 3, going to all 6 games. Again, we've done it twice this week now.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. SKT, the only reliable team to give us a 2-0. Even against the 2nd place team in the league. But that's just where SK Telecom is right now.
Apparently, KT, the last roadblock, the last challenger.
Oh boy.
Ends up not picking a card. Still a 5-man stack from Najin, checking out the bottom brush. And some wards in the river, but deep wards are going to go in on the other side from Incredible Miracle when they see how many people Najin has committed to that bottom side of the map there. Probably looking for that 2v2. So will that be called or not? Looks like no hints of Roar thinking about that top side of the map just yet. Maokai wants to stack some of these saplings, and interesting start for Maokai. This is a way to assure that you are going to get those sapling stacks up. 2 down. Will he go for the 3rd, or is he going to give it over to Twisted Fate?
Well, we'll see. Well, Expression has not picked an ability yet. There we go. Just going for the burnout. Pretty normal.
Yeah, especially since he probably just wants to hit level 2 before he gets into lane anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see what he calls. And Goong here. Just going to start in lane. Throw on some blue cards. Get his mana back as he last hits just a little bit. And can he get some of these ults that he had in the last game down is going to be the question.
I'm really curious to see how OQ can do in this bottom lane. I mean, Roar and Ignar have a bit of their work cut out for them. Although they are pushing ahead so far.
Yeah,
but they just can't give any kills to OQ early. It's way too dangerous.
Yeah, and there's a lot of kill pressure there, obviously, with the Alistair. Ignar has to be careful, even though he is going to be pretty tanky. And still no level 2 for Pure and OQ just yet.
Oh, they do grab Pure. They tried to go for a level 2, but Pure gets a little bit too far away for them to put any real damage onto him.
Just trying to wait for long enough to turn this around. Level 2 gank, actually, from Tucson.
Yeah. Goong ready with a gold card, though, so no threat really there at all. Doesn't even miss a CS. Meanwhile, OQ and Pure shoved way back at the moment, but I don't think they'll be too concerned about it early on.
Yeah, I'm curious what exactly Watch is going to be doing here, because he got a couple of camps with the bottom side and then went to his blue. His red is still up, so some curious jungle pathing in this game from the Rex side. Duke wants to recall, get a second Doran's ring.
Pretty great win rate on that Lucian for OQ. It's something like 54%, I believe, what it said on the previous screen, and anything over 50% is pretty solid.
Yeah, we can't all be Faker.
Nope. In fact, the vast majority of us will never be Faker.
There can only be one.
It's true.
So now Pure and OQ have control over this lane again. Red buff is taken by Rek'Sai finally. So where is he going to go with this? Because that's a later red buff than is typical. Is there a specific level 3 plan here from the Rek'Sai? As to, nope, I guess just going to recall. That's weird.
Welcome to the wide world of Watch.
Maybe there was some condition that they hadn't met quite yet as to what they were going to do with that ability. Watch me tunneling out of his base. Already a Trinket Ward in the mid lane to watch Goong's movements early. Normally we see that ward go down once he hits level 6, just so they can see if he's actually backing off the wave because he wants to recall, or if he's just faking some sort of teleport, or if he is going to use his ultimate, which side of the map he's trending towards.
Well, are they going to get aggressive? Nope.
Yeah, well, there's a red buff still on this Rek'Sai, I believe, and he's going to be wrapping around. So they're going to try for the top lane gank with Goong, or with Duke. Duke is a level down.
Flash is still up for everybody here. There's the Chilling Smite expansion. No way he's getting out of this one, and that's going to be first blood. Whoa, barely makes it out. Watch chasing, gets the first kill of the game, and Tucson going to give himself up as well. A kill for Duke. Whoops.
So actually, that red buff plan was very interesting from Watch, because he still had a red buff when Expression thought he would no longer have one at all.
Interesting.
A buff at all. So making the most out of that delayed red to get the slowdown into that lane with a high percentage of kill pressure, basically. You have that Maokai, you have the Rek'Sai. That's a lot of early game CC and damage. So it's set up quite well, and they only have to use one flash. They get out 2 flashes in return and 2 kills, and Duke gets one of them. So a very good start for Duke here in the top side.
Oh, Goong a little bit caught here. Gets hit with the dredge line. May have to burn that flash. Gets a little bit low. There's a gold card used. No summoners. Might have needed to flash for that one. Kills on both sides. They do take out Ignar, but Goong goes down.
Yeah, Ignar was the one who got the kill with the Ignite in the end, too. Frozen, running cleanse, of course, against the TF. Very necessary when you have to be concerned with a TF gold card. Zhonya's engaged in the late game.
Very true.
So trading 1 for 1. You know, if we look at Goong, though, he's been starved of CS already thanks to Frozen's bullying with the poke from the Victor. So that's a pretty big win. He's going to force Goong to lose some CS on the turret. He's going to hit level 6 first, get a free buy, while Goong is still waiting to hit 6 himself. So by killing Goong, basically he gets a buy without Goong having any pressure on the map to actually TP. See, by the time Goong gets back, he can actually try to make a move now, but there's not much time that he has. There is an Ignar
nice draw.
portrait.
Yeah. Dragon still perhaps a point of contention. Teleports coming up for Duke in just a moment.
Yeah, this is probably not going to be a Dragon contest yet. They would like to get a kill with Goong before that happens. Actually, Naja just going to go for it, surprisingly.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got really great vision around the Dragon Pit. They know that LCIM can't really see what's happening. Sivir back, but not back soon enough.
Yeah, they don't suspect it either, because you do have the Lucian still in the lane, but able to take it out. So they find a timing.
Very nice.
Najin, where they can make the most of it. Like you said, Duke's TP had just come off cooldown, so if there was anything happening, it would have been actually a 5v4 at the Dragon, because Goong would TP in, Duke would TP in, and Sivir just wasn't there. Sivir already chunked it. Roar just came back to lane and had to use his ultimate.
Wow. OQ is pretty good.
He got cold.
Yeah, and he must have
actually.
taken nearly a full calling out of it, too. All right, Goong's still looking for an opportunity to possibly use that ultimate. Tucson doing a bit of counter jungling.
You know, Goong doesn't have to, though. Both of his side lanes right now are currently pretty significantly ahead in terms of CS, so he can just focus on being in the mid lane and farming, trying to close his own CS gap, rather than helping his lanes, which really don't need help right now. I mean, Duke is handily winning top. OQ is punishing Roar in the bottom side.
Yeah, Goong kind of does just need to worry about himself right now.
And they're trying to dive him. They know that this is the advantage they have. It's a smart idea from IM. Go ahead, take the mid lane turret. They're playing around their strength.
This will kind of let Goong pick up some CS, though, after this turret goes down, won't it?
Well, yeah, but again, a TF without that mid lane tower does have some problems ulting. If you keep him next to his tier 2, his range isn't long enough to be much of a threat in the side lane. So taking that out early can have very good effects for you. They even moved Sivir over into the mid lane for that one. So a big commitment there from IM. They're playing around Frozen's edge and hoping they can get him farmed enough, because everywhere else on the map they are currently behind.
Yeah, OQ pushing that lane into turret yet again, getting even more CS.
That was a good call. It got them back in terms of global gold relevancy.
Well, it does also mean that Goong's zone use is going to be really late this game, too. If he only has a Sheen so far, along with the boots of Lucidity, it's going to be a while before Goong can really kind of go ham in a team fight.
Yeah, it is. And they're going to be very reliant on Duke. And again, Duke is a player who hasn't, wow, he's going Rod of Ages. That's been a long time since we've seen that item on a Maokai.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
He's trying to compound his advantage with a stacking item. I don't really think that's the greatest, especially, it's okay. Do you really need the Righteous Glory here? It's questionable. You have Pure and Goong, who are also very good at engaging.
Yeah, you have a lot of ways to get onto the team. So if you can just do a little bit extra damage and still be tanking, get in the back line, I suppose it does help.
Dragon's Descent out of the Baron pit, has to go immediately. He was trying to get the crab just to get some vision so he could play a bit further forward, possibly get a little bit of extra gold, but this time Duke still chipping out that tower methodically.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pure gets poked a little bit in the bottom lane, but should be able to sustain right back up again. Frozen finding some wards.
Wow, Duke is denying so much CS with the Maokai.
Yeah, Najin is slowly grinding their way to a pretty substantial early lead here.
Now that kill setting Expression very far behind. And there goes the tower. And Duke is going to get a freeze out of it too. This is going horribly for Expression at the moment. He's already a level back.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're not playing that top smite Shyvana, you really can't even farm the jungle too effectively to try to keep up.
Now he thinks Duke has gone back, but Duke is still here lurking in the shadows.
Yep,
Hello.
gonna go in onto Expression. Expression, no Dragon's Descent at the moment. Could be trouble. Gonna get out of there with the burnout, I suppose. Yep.
Still takes half his HP and damage even through that Spectre's Cowl. Looks like that AP, even though it's a small amount so far, is doing some work
And
in this top lane.
Meanwhile, Goong is catching up almost completely already.
Yeah,
in
he's getting
CS to
close.
Frozen.
Frozen needs to start roaming right now, or they need to all in the TF. There's the gate. Here we
Yeah,
go.
they're going to definitely come in onto this one. Twisted Advance. Goong ready with the gold card. Expression has that flash, but can he get the Dragon's Descent in time? Dragon's Descent flash may save him, but nope, another gold card, and that'll lock him up long enough for Goong to pick up a kill. His first of the game.
Yeah, they have Pure here on the flank, so they can't commit to this. Otherwise, Frozen could get knocked into the tower. So good defensive play there from Najin. OQ vulnerable on the bottom side. He's by himself.
Doesn't look too worried, though. Just doing some damage to Tucson. I almost became Sean Connery for a second there.
Or, Korean.
Well, they don't have a sound. Pure comes in, though, knocks up Roar. Oh, goodbye. Watch picks up that kill. OQ gets ulted, but where's the follow-up? There is no follow-up because Tucson is about to go down. OQ with a kill there. Oh, boy. And Najin, right before this dragon comes up, is going to be in pretty good shape. Starting to give kills to OQ.
That's what matters. They're getting the leads. Both teams are trying to play around the lanes that had advantages, which is cool to see. We see Goong really wanting to snowball that top lane that Duke has a firm command over right now. Najin starting to get some work done in the side lanes. And this is a great way, we haven't even really talked about this, but this is a great way for Najin to play the game. Pick TF for Goong. Goong hasn't been that individually impressive. He has a lot of kills in this league, but that's sort of a deceptive number because his play honestly hasn't been that great. If somebody should be taking a hit on this team, it should be Goong, and then power up Duke and OQ, who have such dominant laning phases, and just try and snowball out of that. So it's really nice to see that the TF is being used actively today by Najin, because I feel like it really plays to their greatest strengths.
Yeah, well, it's working great again so far. Second game in a row. I'm just kind of wondering if Najin can close this one out a little bit quicker, a little bit more cleanly than last game, because last game looked a little bit awkward at the end.
Let's not hold out our hopes because they're playing a very similar composition, right?
Yeah, that's true. But again, I mean, they've had practice.
I don't know how much practice they had, Doa.
I don't know. I won at least one game of it. That's the answer.
Yeah, but you're right. They still have the same strength in terms of baiting that Baron and engaging from an extremely far distance. And this time the major difference is that Tucson isn't on Rek'Sai, so they're going to have to face check more this game, which could end up making it go faster. Rek'Sai smells out those fake Barons from
oh boy, and he smells out some kills potentially as well too. Goong coming from behind. Gold card onto Tucson. Whoa, Goong's a little bit on his own here. Ignar uses that ultimate. They throw him against the wall. Goong with no flash is in a lot of trouble. Goodbye. Frozen picks up a kill there. They pop the Sivir ultimate. Can they turn this one around? Chaos Storm is already used. But Najin on the run. That was a little bit too far.
Now, I like Goong's gumption, but you don't make that play unless you have Ghost, because you have to be able to get out of that situation. The flash just wasn't enough to do it. So he gets a little bit too far in advance. Now it's going to be a 5v4, and there's no Destiny to get Goong back into the fight in a quick manner. So
well, Flash are going to go into Duke. Duke's pretty tanky, though. OQ may get a chance to get some kills, but no, it's looking pretty rough. Duke very low. Dragon's Ascent gets Expression a bit closer, but Pure comes in with a nice knockup. Watch as well. Another
huge
big knockup. OQ could clean this one up. There's one kill. This one could be very bad for IM. A double kill for OQ. He's not done yet. Can they catch more? Tucson in trouble. There's another one going down. Triple kill for OQ. Looks like Roar, though, and Ignar are able to get out, but the Dragon will go to Najin.
So IM used the Chaos Storm. They used the Depth Charge. They used the On the Hunt. You can't go in after that. You have to be happy. Just turn on to the objective. Don't keep trying to chase kills down there. You have every advantage in this situation because it's a 5v4, right? So you get the kill, you chunk out Duke, back off, Dragon, now.
Yep.
You can't go for that. You have no crowd control any longer. You have no way to engage that fight. And when you walk into a choke point like that, well, guess what? 4-man knockup from the Rek'Sai, because they're just kiting it out with the Lucian, and then they can just turn it around with more Lucian dashes and movement forward. Man, they could have gotten a Dragon and maybe also the bottom lane turret off of just killing Goong and chunking out Duke, because Duke had no TP either. So pretty poor decision from IM to follow that up without any of their critical ultimates available.
Yeah, that just seemed like kind of a rookie mistake, honestly, from that team.
Well, and Rek'Sai is the queen of not caring when ultimates are down, because she doesn't have an ultimate, so that matters in combat. She can just keep knocking you up forever.
Yeah.
So it's great to play Rek'Sai when everyone's ult is on cooldown, right?
Oh, of course. And this should be a pretty easy turret. Oh, yeah, like no health left on it. Najin jumping up to an 8,000 gold lead here.
Well, Najin made a mistake, but in the end, that mistake actually ended up, Goong's death ended up benefiting them, because IM made an even worse decision in response.
Ah, the old bad mistake to make an even worse mistake happen. Bait, switch, play. Brilliant.
Unfortunately, you can't mind game people like that most of the time.
Nope. Well, because you don't even know you're doing it at the time. Yeah.
Najin's like, we're brilliant.
Yeah, we planned to sacrifice Goong all along to get their ultimates out, and then than we planned. You know, we knew they'd chase us too far into the jungle. Of
I
course, who wouldn't?
I am always chases too far. Calculated.
That's right. Yep. Knowing your opponents. That's the key. Oh, and they've caught Frozen Goon with another gold card. Could be in trouble. Drops a Chaos Storm, but watch. Still able to finish that one off.
Here we go.
Twisted Fate coming in with the Gate of Destiny onto Ignar. Ignar in a lot of trouble. Going to use that ult, though. Goong a little bit low, but another gold card will seal the deal. That's a kill for Goong. And now why not? They've got IM completely separated from each other. Watch is just going to go after Tucson here. Expression coming in, or Expression coming in, rather.
There's no R in Expression.
Yeah, but there should have been. He even admitted there should have been.
Yeah, he did, actually.
But then he insisted that we call him Expression. This happened like, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
We were like, this guy just must have misspelled Expression. And he's like, yeah, I did, but just call me Expression anyway. Okay. That's the story of how Expression's name became Expression. Fascinating.
Oh. Gromp duel. Won by Roar.
Gromp duel. That's a great band name, really. I don't know what kind of band it would be for once.
You don't?
I don't know. Maybe speed metal, maybe. Gromp duel.
I don't know. It sounds like garage punk or grunge.
A little bit. Little bit. I mean, yeah, Gromp duel. You could do it. I feel like you need to add a little bit more to it. You know, like Bartholomew Gromp duel or something. You know.
That actually just sounds like some sort of folksy indie band.
Yeah, well. Oh. Roar flashes out of the way of Pure and gets a little bit of damage in. Up teleport coming in from IM as well, too. Duke messing with the back lines, allowing the rest of Najin to catch up here, but IM already on the disengage. Looks like they're going to catch Tucson anyway. There's another kill for OQ, and they're going to grab that blue buff.
And how much more? Because right now, IM is zoned off the mid lane tower. And if they threaten the backside, I'm not sure if Frozen's going to get in range for a death ray. They should just walk through the tower right now. Just walk on through, and that's what they're going to do.
12-2 in kills right now, and it's going to be 4-2 in turrets right about now.
Nice 9,000 gold lead in 20 minutes. Najin on point in this series.
Well, once
Last
game
two
number 1
games.
was over anyway.
Yeah, game 1.
All right, they're going to try. OQ coming in from the side. Duke got in the middle of everybody again, and Goong doesn't even need to really gate. Gets a gold card. There goes Expression. Ignar in a lot of trouble as well, too, after they finish off Expression.
Wow,
OQ fairly low. Ignar, tried to get the kill, but didn't get quite enough. That's nearly an ace.
OQ was such a boss in that fight with the Lucian culling flank.
Seriously.
He just sat in the Chaos Storm the entire time, took so many cooldowns, and kept on dealing damage.
This is why you need to put OQ on these types of champions. Look what this guy's doing. Man.
It's pretty awesome, actually.
Easy Baron. I don't know why you would ever put OQ on Sivir. Or Kog'Maw. Yeah, he can play those well, but this is where OQ's at home, right here.
Get him on the Vayne, get him on the Lucian.
That's right. Give him a playmaker.
He's going to sit in his chair and drink some potions.
Yep. Some delicious potions.
They had to have him drink the red potion because they couldn't show him actually taking a red pill because it would be too small in range.
That's true. Or unless he like tossed it up into the air and caught it in his mouth or something.
Well, I would be concerned if he was trying to swallow a pill big enough that I could see from this range, that I could easily tell the color of. And that's how Lucian choked to death.
That does not sound comfortable.
There's a different name for pills of that size, but they don't go in your mouth.
Oh, yeah? Oh. It took me a second. Oh, watch. Aha, the old bait. Once again. Oh, explosive cast. Tucson really trying to live here.
2 ults, though.
Oh, boy. And that's not going to help them save that mid lane turret. Or bottom lane turret, rather. Plenty of wave clear, but still a lot of pressure coming in from this Baron-powered Najin Empire.
Yep, they can fall back to the Dragon right now, resume their 4-1 split in just a second. Unfortunately, the TF with that shorter ult range than he used to have, the pure global, can't split in the top side, which is Not ideal in this scenario because the tier 2 is already destroyed in the mid lane, but you got to take what you get.
Yep, that's true. Could be worse. I mean, TF's
Well,
ult used to be on his E.
He has ghosts, so actually maybe he can pull this off. It's going to prompt an all-in probably from IM, though.
Oh, they should. If there was ever a time to do it, this is going to be it.
Hard to do without Sivir and Gragas ult, but you can see they're starting to push it off. They're less afraid. Maokai in the mid lane.
Whatever you say, TF. You and your crazy split pushing.
Lots of TF today.
Oh, yeah. Which is cool to see. I like TF. It's a fun champion.
I agree. I really enjoy TF too. So, TF also, not TF2.
I was going to say
the other
TF2.
game.
That's a fun game too, but I don't see how that applies right now. Randomly talking about other games you love. I don't understand.
I've actually never played TF2.
Oh, really?
Nope.
It's pretty fun. If you're into that kind of FPS, if you love hats.
You know what else is crazy?
What's crazy?
That's really unbelievable.
What?
Oh.
Oh. Is that IM? He's going to try to
right.
win a fight? Okay, continue.
No, Goog just going to be endlessly split pushing. Shyvana has a lot of magic resist though, but they are a little bit afraid. Maokai has TP and is in the mid lane.
Oh boy, wow, Tucson going in with the flash, wants to really make a play. OQ chased away by that Chaos Storm. Can Najin make this fight work? I am so tanked, or so chunked as well. Yep, OQ coming ahead. Doesn't get any kills, but they do push them off the turret.
This has been a much better closure from Najin.
Oh yeah.
Much more impressive.
Very calculated pulling back there.
Also, they just keep on pushing forward. They have all this chip damage on several lanes at the moment. They're going to just move into the mid and start to take that down because Duke is there with the minion wave. Their Baron is no longer there, but they still get the tower.
Wow.
Nice job from Najin.
Najin just looking pretty unstoppable right now. Oh, Expression going to try to teleport in. He's got that Dragon's Ascent whenever he wants to use it. You got to go for it. Well, I guess not. TF's just going to go ahead and push an inhibitor. They didn't have Frozen there.
Or Sivir ult, or Nautilus ult.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's bizarre. Why would you teleport then?
You got me.
Oh, we drank the blue in that thing.
No, you're not allowed. Oh, man. Well, goodbye. You can't play the game anymore. You're not in the Matrix.
Maybe.
You have to stay there. Actually, I guess you can play the game. That's what it means.
Well, yeah, because
He doesn't get to go back to real life now. He's just stuck in League of Legends.
he will be a champion summoned forever. Not really summoned. He's just kind of there.
Oh yeah, I've never played Counter-Strike ever.
Oh, wow, really?
Not,
oh, man.
And I'm not just talking CS:GO. I mean any version of Counter-Strike.
Dude, when I was in, I haven't played CS:GO yet, but when I was in college, I played so much 1.5 and 1.6 every night. All my friends in the dorm with our fancy campus-wide network. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just very strange. Something that I've never actually played myself.
Wow. That's weird because it's a very tactical, strategic game. You'd think
I
it'd be
know.
right up your alley. You've never been a big FPS guy, though, huh?
I played Halo and Halo 2, but that was about it.
Oh, a console FPS player. See.
I know the reaction that gets.
Oh, they're going to try to go in. Pop
Oh,
that Sivir
nice.
ultimate. What a knock-up. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I am in big trouble as Najin just picks him apart completely. OQ just untouched. Goodbye, Expression. Tried to make a play. That's not going to work. OQ with another kill. And they're going to go ahead and get that inhibitor. And who will stop Najin now?
Well, it's not going to be IM this time, that's for sure.
Yep. Second inhibitor taken out as well. Oh, taken out as well. There we go.
Where did TF go? Oh! He's going to
Bot lane.
try and get damage down onto the bot turret while they can.
Yep.
Najin just ruthlessly pushing waves this time. This is so much cleaner.
Yeah, I mean, they seem so much more decisive this time, so much more ready to fight, ready to take those marginal risks, but
I don't know where does this Najin go? Sometimes it shows up and it looks very, very good. But this has been a dominant game and so much great map movement from Najin.
yeah.
And objective play, but
Very clean.
we just haven't seen this. Besides that one ult in from Goong, everything's been very good.
Oh, wow, goodbye, Sivir. That was close. Expression knocked up as well. They're going to take down Ignar. Another kill for Goong. OQ and Goong just cleaning things up when Najin wins. This is usually what happens. OQ with another one, and they can probably just end the game right here. I don't even see why they need to leave. Super minions from the first inhibitor coming in. Whoa! Frozen, you decided to leave Fountain. Oh no, OQ!
OQ.
Taken up by the base. OQ. That was an OQ moment for sure. That's kind of silly. But it's not going to stop Najin Empire from ending the game and ending the match with a 2-1 victory. A bit of a misstep in game number 1, but they do keep their playoffs hope alive. That is it. GG.
But still, they only get that +1 in terms of the match point.
That very well may come back to haunt them as the season finishes up here over the next few weeks.
Yeah, and they actually do look better. I know that last game was kind of a blowout, but this is definitely a superior team to the one we saw in the spring. Tough loss there, especially in game 3, but game 1 they look pretty sharp.
Yeah.
And now we'll see who is going to get the second MVP from Najin Empire.
I think OQ just played a fantastic game yet again, and everybody else on the team did their job, but once again, you put OQ on a champion like Lucian, you just sit back and watch him work, and the work he does is good.